So the word starts with these letters ha, ta, and mim. This means to put a seal or to seal something. Okay. When you put a seal on a letter, you close the letter, nothing can go in, nothing can go out. Okay. Khatama. Okay. So if I combine them and put 3 fathas on each of them, ha, ta, ma, means he put a seal. Third person past tense. Khatama means he, third person, like a fa'ala he did. Khatama, he put a seal on something. Sealed it. Okay? He sealed it, he closed it tightly. Okay? Khatama. Okay? But the word is after that is Allahu. So you don't have to translate he. You can say Allah put a seal. Khatam Allahu. Allah put a seal. Okay, so the meaning will be Allah put a seal. In the past, Allah put a seal, or Allah sealed something. Okay? Allah closed something. Okay? Now, few words which are constantly being repeated is Allah. Allah means upon. Allah means upon. Okay. Then the word after that is Qaf, Lam, and Ba. Qalab. The meaning of this is to turn. Okay. Qalaba. And the word that we make from these 3 letters is Qalbun. Qalbun means heart. Qalbun means heart. Qalaba means to turn. Why do we call Qalbun heart? Because it keeps turning. It never stops. If it stops, it's no more qalb. Okay? So qalbun is the body, the part of the body which constantly keeps turning back and forth. Okay? So that's called qalbun. Okay? Its plural is qulubun. Qulubun is hearts. Qulubun is hearts. Okay? And hum means there or them. So we have 2 words now. Qulubun. Qulubun means hearts. And hum is there. Okay. If we combine them, then the way they are pronounced, 2 dhammas are not pronounced here. It becomes qulubuhum. Their hearts. Qulubuhum. Their hearts. Okay. So the word becomes here qulubuhum. The important thing is that it was 2 dhammas, now it is 1 only. Okay. Qulubun becomes qulubo. Hum is still there.
Is qulub begin in the
So their hearts. Okay. Qulubuhum means their hearts. Okay. Allah means upon. Allah is a preposition, is a harf jar. Whenever harf jar comes before a noun, it changes this dhamma to a kasra.
Which one is harf jar? Allah.
Allah is called a harf jar. In English, it is called preposition.
Preposition.
You know, the words in
You are
English, so there are few words. Allah, min, ila, bi, and li. Li means for, Allah means upon, min means from, ila means to, and bi means with. You notice these words are, in English they are called prepositions. Okay? And they, in Arabic they are called harf jar.
But harf means letter, isn't it? Harf
Jar.
means letter in Arabic. So that's why I'm confused. There are multiple letters.
Oh, you mean these things?
I mean, when you say harf, I think of one letter.
Yeah.
Multiple letters.
Right, but these are actually multiple letters. But they are called harf. Yeah.
Jar.
Harf jar. Okay? So, whenever any of these come before a noun, and in this case the noun is qulubu. So, on the last letter of the noun, these harf jar change dhamma to a kasra. So, instead of qulubu, it will become qulubi. Okay? So, if Allah was not there, then this word will remain qulubuhum. Allah has changed to qulubihim. Okay? So, upon their hearts. So, Allah has put a seal upon their hearts. Khatamallahu. Allah put a seal ala qulubihim upon their hearts. Okay. Then the word after that is again the word is Allah, and now these three letters Sin, Mim and Ain, this means to hear. Sama'at is hearing, Sami the one who hears, so Sama'a means to hear. Sin, Mim, Ain. And again the word Sam'un means hearing. Sam'un means hearing, the ability to hear. Hearing means the ability to hear. Sam'un. Okay. So if I put home there, and if I combine their hearing, their ability for hearing, then one of these two dhammas will not be written. So this will become Sam'o hum. Sam'o hum. Their hearing. sam'uhum, just like qulubuhum. It was qulubun, it became qulubuhum. Sam'un became sam'uhum, their hearing. Okay. Now again, Allah is before that, which is a harf-e-jar. So what that will do, it will change this dhamma to a kasra. So it will become sam'ihim. That's the word in the Quran. Upon their hearing. Okay. And wa means and. Allah means upon their hearing. So now there are two things. Khatam Allahu, Allah sealed, or Allah put a seal upon their hearts, ala qulubihim, wa ala sam'ihim, and upon their hearing. Okay? Then the third thing here. Okay, let's look at that one. So the next word starts with ba, swad, and ra. Basara. Basara means to see. Basara means to see. Basirat or basir or all those words are from here. Basara means to see. Okay. And basrun means seeing. Basrun means seeing. Its plural is absarun. Absarun means vision. Ability to see, or eyes. Okay. Hearing is ears. Absarun is vision or eyes. Okay. Okay, and then again put a hum there. Hum is there. So this will become absar. Rohum. Absaruhum. Their seeing or their vision, their eyesight. Okay. And again the same thing, Allah is a harf-e-jar. It will change this dhamma to a kasra, and this will become absarihim. Okay. It is same thing as written here, but alif is written on top of the absar, but it is the same thing. Allah absarihim, upon their vision. Okay. And upon their vision. And upon their vision, what happened upon their vision? This word ghain, sheen, and wow means to cover. To cover something. Ghain, sheen, wow is to cover. Okay. And the noun word from this is ghishavatun. Ghishavatun means covering. covering, like to cover something. So what is covering? On their eyes, something is covering their eyes. So first two things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Khatam Allah, He put a seal on their hearts, so the good thing cannot penetrate in there, the good advice cannot penetrate in there. And then Khatam Allah ala sam'ihim, Allah put a seal in their ears, so a good word cannot penetrate there. Wa ala absarihim ghishawatun, and upon their eyes is a covering, so they cannot see the right thing. Okay, so this is covering. So if you notice that what goes inside a human being as a good word is through the ears. Also, he can learn something by seeing good things. And then after that it goes in the heart, and heart changes. If all these three things have been blocked, hearts have been blocked, so if the good thing goes in there, it will have no effect. Their ears are blocked, they will not hear it, they will reject it. It will not even penetrate there. And if their eyes are covered with something, they cannot see good things. So that is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, that all their faculties have been blocked. Okay? And that is the reason, la yu'minun, they do not believe. Okay? La yu'minun, they don't believe, because all the reasons for them to believe have been stopped, have been blocked.
So Allah wants some people to be covered, right?
Yes, Allah put a cover on their eyes.
Yeah, He wants. It's not their fault.
No, it is their fault.
No, it's not their fault.
No. You made a mistake.
Okay. Let me.
No. The last one.
Allah
Because of their.
Read that one, the last one. La yu'minun.
So it's not their fault.
No.
No. This is their fault.
Let me explain to you. Okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not force guidance, hidayat on a person. We are sent in this world for a test. Okay? And we have been shown good and bad both. And it is our choice to accept the good and reject the bad. Okay? And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives guidance to those people who show the willingness to accept it. And those who reject it outright, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not guide them. Guidance comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hidayat comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we have been given a choice to move forward. Okay? We have been given a choice to try to accept or try to reject it. That is the only test we have. Otherwise, there was no reason for testing.
So if Allah, Khatama
No, Khatama happened after. No, Khatama happened after the person already rejected.
Oh.
Not innocently. Allah did not just decide who should not or who should. First a person rejected, okay? And then Allah said, all right, go. He does not force guidance. Person has to show the willingness to accept or to reject. And that is the only test we have been sent in this world. Otherwise, if everybody by the choice of Allah was guided or misguided, then there was no reason for testing. Okay? So some of our intention is involved here. Okay? So that is what it is. Then the words after that, Walahum azabun azim. Let's finish these words. Va means and, La means for, and whom means them. These are simple words. Walahum, and for them. Walahum, and for them. Now these two words are very common. Azab means punishment and azim means great. Okay? Great punishment. So this is the result of their rejecting the faith. So first they decided to reject the faith or the guidance, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided that He is going to put a seal upon their hearts and their ears and their vision. Okay? So this is what it is. Okay? So inshallah
So
we'll
these
start.
are the munafiqun, these are the special category of this.
No, so there Surah Baqarah has three groups of people. No, these are kuffar. Those are the people who outright reject the message of Islam. The third category that will come after that are those people who are munafiqeen. They accepted, but then they became hypocrite. So that's the third category. But we are still in the second category where people have totally stopped accepting, and so this is their punishment, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala left them in misguidance. So inshallah we'll stop here.
جزاك الله. جزاك الله في الدارين خيرا.